Am I not singing thy name, Ram, Ram, Ram? Am I not chanting thy name, Om, Om, Om? Am I not working, breathing, and living for thee in every second of my life? Am I not feeling thy presence everywhere, in trees and flowers, stones and chairs, in birds and dogs, in sun, moon, and stars? Now then, O Lord, fill my heart with prayer, prayer, prayer. Come, 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 Lord, Lord, save us, and make us come. Come, 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 Lord, save us, make us come. Sangat venis, sangat venis, sangat venis, mohat venis, chalatakvam. Jivan, mohat venis, chalatakvam, nichalatakve jivan. Hey Madhava, Madhusudana, Sri Keshava, Narayana, Lakshmi Narayana. 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 Narayana, Lakshmi Narayana. Narayana, Lakshmi Narayana. Achyuta Keshava Damodara, Achyuta Keshava Damodara, Rama Krishna Govinda Narayana, Rama Krishna Govinda Narayana. Hey Madhava, Madhusudana, Sri Keshava, Narayana, Lakshmi Narayana. Hey Madhava, Madhusudana, Sri Keshava, Narayana, Lakshmi Narayana. 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 Achyuta Keshava Damodara, Achyuta Keshava Damodara, Rama Krishna Govinda Narayana, Rama Krishna Govinda Narayana. Hey Madhava, Madhusudana, Sri Keshava, Narayana, Lakshmi Narayana. Hey Madhava, Madhusudana, Sri Keshava, Narayana, Lakshmi Narayana. Lakshmi Narayana.
That you can share in the bath. Pray Night and Day is the title of this song, this bhajan, and it means, "O my mind, sing the name of the Guru, which is the name of the Lord, night and day. Without that name, no success can come to any work. The Lord is the giver of life. He is the ruler. The Lord is the protector, mother, and father. In the form of the Guru, He is the giver of mantra. O my Lord, you alone are the embodiment of all the gods for me. O my mind, sing the name of the Guru, which is the name of the Lord, night and day. Bhajamana Nishadina Gurunam Harinam Bhajamana Nishadina Gurunam Harinam Bhajamana Nishadina Gurunam Harinam Bhajamana Nishadina Gurunam Harinam Bhajamana Nishadina Bhajamana Nishadina Gurunam Harinam Gurunam Harinam Gurunam Harinam Gurunam Harinam Bhajamana Nishadina Bhajamana Nishadina Gurunam Harinam Gurunam Harinam Gurunam Harinam Gurunam Harinam Wohi nam bina supalanahi koi kam. Wohi nam bina supalanahi koi kam. Wohi nam bina supalanahi koi kam. Bhajamana Nishadina Bhajamana Nishadina Gurunam Harinam Gurunam Harinam Hari Jiva Data Hari Vidata Hari Jiva Data Harimana Nishadina, Bhajamana Nishadina, Guru Nam Harinam, Guru Nam Harinam, Guru Nam Harinam, Guru Nam Harinam, Bhajamana Nishadina, Bhajamana Nishadina, Bhajamana Nishadina, Bhajamana Nishadina, Guru Nam Harinam. Om Namo Bhagavate
Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopala Kumara Govinda Govinda Namo Krishna Radhe Radhe Shyam 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 Sitaram 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 Sitaram, 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 Sitaram. Jai Jai Ram, 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 Jai Jai Ram. Radhe 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 Shyam, 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 Radhe 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 Shyam. Bolo Sadguru Maharaj Chidanand ki jai.
Ram Hari Ram Hari Ram Narayana 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 Dhesada Savitramandala Devati Narayana Sarisasana Sannivishtaha Keyoraman Makarkundalamani Kiriti Hari Hirunyo Bhudrita Shankachakra Namami Narayana Padamangajam Karomi Narayana Pujanam Sada Vadami Narayana Nama Nirmanam Smarami Narayana Tattvamyam Narayana 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 Keep it somewhere at the feet of Lord Vishnu or somewhere. Afterwards, after the satsang is over, we can take it back. Bhagavan. Linda Mata has come all the way from Japan. So, you give this book to her. You just open it and give it to me. Open it and give it? Yes, yes, yes. I won't trouble you to read it. Hari, 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 Hari. Meditate regularly. I'm not kidding. It's the highest and the best. Okay? Meditate regularly. You will attain the goal, God realization. What more you want? See? All of us, we are wanting to bend ourselves back, trying to find out the path to God realization, how to make our life a success. Gurudev hit the nail on the head. Meditate regularly. Do not miss even a single day. And he assures us, you will attain the goal, God realization. And the next sentence is, this is page 128. And I have just now read section 195. Meditate regularly. You will attain the goal, God realization. 196. Meditate. Full stop. Have a glimpse of that. All dualities, all sorrows, all pains will vanish in toto. Latin for total. Inner realization or illumination transcends all philosophy. It is one's own experience or spiritual anubhava. You can attain Atma-jnana or knowledge of self through intuition and intuition alone, which means it is not something that can be attained by the function of a finite created instrument like the mind and the intellect. After all, what have you got by which you can get any knowledge? The human individual can get any knowledge only through mind and intellect. See, we can perceive the things and know their existence through sense. You cannot get any knowledge of things from the sense. See, we can only perceive. See, we can open our eyes and see. See? Through the ear, we can hear. But it is the mind that understands what it has heard. You can only see, open your eyes, you may see a color. But what it is the function of the mind. This is not green. This is not red. This is not yellow. This is not blue. It is black. And black is the color of ink. It is the color of charcoal. It is the color of such and such a thing. It is the color of tar. Black. Black is like darkness of the night. Black is what the clergymen wear. So, 100 different things, it is not the eye that can know it. I only can perceive and give the impression back, fold it before the mind. It is the mind that has to know, knowledge, understanding, knowledge of every type, comparative knowledge, contrast what it is not, what are other things like this. Every knowledge, every process of knowledge, whatever our knowledge from the time of birth until our death is only through mind and intellect. It is a special process, a function of the mind and intellect. Each sense only sees the existence of sound, existence of something, size, color and shape, existence of a thing, of existence of a certain texture, existence of a certain fragrance, and existence of a certain taste. It is the mind that says, no, what is this peculiar smell I am getting? My nose can only smell and send the smell up. But it is the mind that has to analyze. Oh, this smell seems like lavender. No, it's not lavender. And so all that process of working out and identifying it and knowing it to be different from other things, it is act of knowledge. So the sum totality of all knowledge attainable and attained by any human individual is only through this inner instrument of mind-intellect or intellect-mind. Mind-intellect complex. See? Manobuddhi. And Atman is not a subject or an object of understanding by mind or intellect. It is beyond mind and intellect. For the simple reason that it is that which knows the mind and the intellect. So it is not mind and intellect that can know it. It is the thing that knows the mind and intellect. And mind and intellect cannot grasp it because it is something that has existed a priori, even before mind and intellect came into existence. See, mind and intellect are created principles. See? When nothing existed, nothing was made manifest, one non-dual homogeneous existence alone was. Then at that time, neither was there this human mind or intellect or anything. Therefore, it is a state of transcendence in which state mind and intellect did not even exist. No manifestation was there. They were much later. And therefore, they started functioning in that level when they came into being. So that which was previous to them, beyond them, before them, mind and intellect have no reach into that plane of being. Therefore, they can know everything about this universe which was brought into being. They cannot try to understand everything. Of course, it has its own limitation also. See? In the laboratory, one can analyze a grain of sand and try to know everything about its composition. See? Chemically, physically, weigh it and know everything. But if this grain of sand were left alone by itself upon a smooth surface of a table, black table, a white grain of sand is left alone. No physicist or no chemist or no materialist scientist can ever understand the self-experience of that grain of sand. What that grain of sand knows about itself, no scientist, no physicist, no chemist, no being can understand. If at all anyone can understand the sand as it knows itself, as it is by itself, it is God. Its beingness is God. And therefore, mind and intellect can only try to get a knowledge in terms of the physical materialistic sciences of everything that exists in this world. And ultimately, the highest and the greatest and the topmost of scientists have had to admit what we know is very little. What we know is very little. We have known to measure time, but we don't know what time is really. See? And they have known to measure time because of their relative existence here, and that is because it allowed itself to become measured due to the rotation of the earth. And the effect of this rotation upon the presence of light of the sun, out of that they have started to measure. Once the astronauts went beyond the earth and started going out into outer space, they were totally in a different dimension, and if they had no chronometer with them, there is no means of knowing the passage of time at all. See? No means whatsoever. At least if in this earth plane, if you have no watch, no chronometer, no timepiece, nothing, you can at least measure time by measuring distance. Oh, so much time has passed. We have left that place and we are now in this place. See, the time that has passed is the time taken to move from there to here. Because we have got at least the support of two objects in order to measure the passage of time, having taken that much time as to, from that object to reach this object. Once you go into outer space, there are no objects to mark the passage of the spacecraft. See, when they are flying off at a tremendous speed in absolute space, where there are no markings, they cannot even try to get some idea of time, see, with the help of two objects in space. There is no objects there. And so far as the earthly basis of night and day, right now, that ceases to exist. Once you go into outer space, there is neither day nor light. It is all 100% 24 hours continuous light, and light only. There is only light. No shadow anywhere, no object to measure the passage from one object to other. In that state of consciousness, there is no time for that. And therefore, time ceases to exist. And then how they can know time? They have learned to measure time, but they don't really know what time is. It is a word in a dictionary. See? And it is always defined in relation to our earth experience of distance and space and or day and night. Once they go beyond, therefore, Master says that Atmajnana cannot be done as a process through the instrumentality of mind and intellect, which is the only media, which is the only instrument we have of all our knowledge of the entire universe from birth to death. Therefore, he says, there is something in us which is not part of the created phenomenon. Something within us which is not part of the created universe, part of the created principles, uncreate, always with that which was, ever was, even before manifestation took place, there is a part of that in us. It is that part only that can know that. And the English philosophical term for that something in man, which is not of this earth, which is not of this universe, the English philosophical term for it is intuition. They call it intuition, which transcends mind and intellect. And we call it Atman. The Atman alone can know Atman. See? It is the depth of your reality that experiences that reality. He says, you can attain Atmajnana or knowledge of the self through intuition and intuition alone, which means not by anything else, not by other things. The immediate knowledge through intuition. Why does he use the word immediate? It is not immediate in time, it is not quick or immediate, just now, pronto, no. Immediate means it is not through something else. See, all sight is through the eyes. If there are no eyes, you cannot see anything. All sound through the ear. So we want the instrumentality of the ear to cognize sound. See? So all that we perceive and know is either through the mind or through the intellect or through the ear or through the eye or through the nose or through the tongue or through the sense of touch. So they are therefore not immediate, they are not direct, they are through something else. See? But yeah. Whereas Atmajnana or self-knowledge is not through some medium, not via something else, it is direct. See? The Atman perceives Atman directly. It is not through anything else. Therefore they call it immediate. Immediate. And in Sanskrit they call it aparoksha. See? Aparoksha. Not through the instrumentality of any instrument of perception or knowledge, but direct. Therefore they call it immediate. Okay? The immediate knowledge, aparoksha anubhuti they call it. Immediate knowledge through intuition or spiritual anubhava. Because it is the spirit alone that can know the spirit. It is Atman that can know Atman, nothing else. When Atman is bound up by the physical personality, the senses, the mind, it is outgoing. The moment it makes up its mind, no more outgoing. Now I dive deep into myself, into the inner reality. So it tries to do that. No more outgoing, no more universe, no more sense, no more objects, no more multifarity. And in that state, if it tries to know that reality, then it loses itself like Sri Ramakrishna's salt doll that went to measure the ocean. So Master says, the immediate knowledge through intuition or spiritual anubhava unites the individual soul with the Supreme Soul. When you have a big vessel full of water, and you take up a small vessel and take it out of it and keep it there, and put some flour or whatever it is. When the function of the flower is done, you take the vessel and pour the water back into the bigger vessel. Now then there is no more question of finding that water which has been poured back. You cannot take back that water. See? So, this experience of the Supreme through intuition, once that is obtained, he says, that experience or anubhava unites the individual soul with the Supreme Soul. The two become one. There is no more duality. See, sensing is false knowledge because it is indirect knowledge through one or other of the sense instruments. See? Sense of sight, sound, taste, smell, touch. Sensing is false knowledge. Intuition is right knowledge. Intuitive knowledge alone is the highest knowledge. It is the imperishable, infinite knowledge of truth or reality. Trust your intuition, which will never fail you. The intellect is at best an imperfect thing. Intellect has not got the power to get into the inner chamber of truth. Through intuition alone you can catch the vision of the real or the Brahman. One who has developed this intuition attains immortality. Master writes something very funny. Sell your cleverness and argument and buy intuition. Sell your cleverness and argumentation and buy intuition. Just as that wise guy sold away his field and house and property and everything and purchased that pearl of surpassing price. Sell your cleverness and argument and buy intuition. You will rest peacefully. You will be blessed. Vichar, our inquiry, opens the door to intuition. Thought cannot reveal truth or the absolute, because by its very nature it is relative, it is conditioned in time and space. Without an object, thought cannot exist. Without the philosophy of intuition, the philosophy of the West is bound to remain imperfect. The scientific attempts to prove the infinite are futile. The only scientific method here is the intuitional method. That's the inner science of the invisible, you see, the spiritual science. The solution of the problem of religious philosophy and material science is the development of intuition. Real cultural advancement is not along the intellectual side, but along the intuitional side. Intuition or the spiritual experience or Brahma-jnana is never produced because we do not know any stage when it was not in existence. So, unravel it. Intuition is the only touchstone of real philosophy. In Samadhi, there is no birth, no death, no decay, no disease, no pain, no sorrow. It is the fullness. It is the freedom from all misery. It is bliss absolute. Continued successful deep meditation will ultimately lead you to Samadhi or the superconscious state. Therefore, we come back to the beginning. Meditate regularly, you will attain the goal, God realization. Meditate, have a glimpse of that. All dualities, all sorrows, all pains will vanish in total. Voice of the Himalayas, page 128 and 129. Thank you, Linda Mataji. You have given the best of Gurudev, because today is the day of light, the highest light you have brought. Today is a Sunday. Mahamantra Kirtan, Mrityunjaya Mantra Japa, Ram Nam, and prayers for the peace of the whole world and the welfare and happiness of all mankind. How is Mrs. Doolan nowadays?
She's better, Swamiji. She's at home now.
And any news about Steve Sims? Steve Sims, who has that granulomatous deficiency condition. Who had that immunity, insufficiency or something. And then was the third person. Any news from Anne Weatherall? No. And then we are also praying for some no, Mark is including separately. There was another request, another gentleman.
From California.
Yeah.
Kelly.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Purchase Kelly.
And as we pray for the peace in the whole world and for the happiness of mankind, we also dedicate this closing prayer, Mahamantra, Mrityunjaya Mantra Japa, Ram Nam. We dedicate this entire prayers together with the special prayer to Surya Narayan Bhagavan. We dedicate it for the early recovery from his illness, his very bad leg condition, early recovery of Marcus, who is in hospital at the moment in the ICU, intensive care unit, and tomorrow he is likely to be shifted to a normal, ordinary room. We pray for his early recovery and complete restoration to normal health. That is our special prayer today at the feet of the Lord and Master. Aditya Narayana, Bhaskara Narayana, Surya Narayana, Jyoti Narayana, Aditya Narayana, Bhaskara Narayana, Surya Narayana, Jyoti Narayana, Aditya Narayana, Bhaskara Narayana, Surya Narayana, Jyoti Narayana, Aditya Narayana, Aditya Narayana, Bhaskara Narayana, Surya Narayana, Jyoti Narayana, Aditya Narayana, Bhaskara Narayana, Surya Narayana, Jyoti Narayana, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. Sadgurunatha, Shri Gurunatha, Jai Gurunatha, Om Gurunatha. Sadgurunatha, Shri Gurunatha, Jai Gurunatha, Om Gurunatha. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Om Ram 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 Ram. Om Trambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardanam Urvarukame Bandhanan Mrityurmukshiyamamritat. 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 Hari Om. सर्वेषां स्वस्तिः भवतु सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् नमो मा सद्गमय नमो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः Peace. Peace unto all beings in this universe. And peace be unto all. God bless you. Hari Om Tat Sat. Bhagavan. Day after tomorrow, we shall have a little special program. Maybe instead of chanting other tunes, you just chant Raghupati Raghava Rajaram Patita Pavana Sitaram, because it is the birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi, Bapuji. And also do a little bit of Ram Ram. And if you have got some little book about Gandhiji's sayings or teachings, we can read it out. We don't have any books, we must be having. Yeah. And also, do you have? Is there anyone from yoga will here?
Came from there today.
What time does somebody retire? Like, he will bedtime.
Midnight Egyptian.
That means satsang is from what time to what time?
Satsang finishes usually at 10:30.
Does he attend satsang sometime?
On Saturday.
Oh, he lives in that other little top of the hill.
Yes, sir. He was in Pittsburgh and he was going to return to Nashville.
You think he'll be back? No? Suppose I ring him up at 10 o'clock, will you be available? There is a separate phone for him, isn't it?
There's the rest of them in reception. And then they inquire. And if they think it's important, then
They connect.
I have the
It's an
phone
extension.
directly to his phone, sir. There is a phone directly to his phone.
Oh, okay.
जय जयावती विघ्न विनायक विघ्ननायक श्री गणेश जय जयावती सुब्रह्मण्य सुब्रह्मण्य कार्तिकेय जय जयावती Jai
Om Natatra Surya Bhati Nasundra Tarakam Nena Vidito Bhanti Kito Ema Grihi Tameva Bhantam Bhati Sarvam Tasya Bhasa Sarvamidam Vibhati Gange Jamune Saraswati Godavari Narmade Sindhu Kaveri Namostubhyam Namo Namaha. After Dattatreya, there used to be a line. Shanishcharaya, Shanishcharaya, Bhaskaraya. Brahmarpanam Brahmavihi, Brahmadro Brahmanandam, Brahmete Gantavyam Brahmakarma Samadhina, Hari Om Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu Pranay Swaha, Pranay Swaha, Pranay Swaha, Pranay Swaha. Samanaya Swaha Brahmane Swaha. Om Shri Krishnarpanamatu Sachidananda Bhagavan Ki Sadguru Shivana Maharaj Ki Bol Ganga Mai Ki. I thought Linda Mataji has personalized it to every one of us. It is set with some name. You find that it is
Yes, the name of the shop. It's not a Portuguese, it's called Yasimba. Yasimba.
How is it? Oh, yeah. Start. Morning. One paper. So nice.